Hello guys and welcome back to Excel Share Academy. I'm so happy that today I'm gonna take the last lecture of the Cooper Summary series of chapter 17 cell signaling. So this is going to be my last chapter, and with this I'll be taking the other some data interpretation and the key experiments which are mentioned in the reference book. So these different experiments and the key experiments are going to help like in designing the experiments whenever any question is being asked at the interview or in the part C section of your CSIR also. Okay, not that much part C में इतना नहीं पूछा जाता है, but of course for your interview it is going to help. Anyway, so let's continue with this last topic of the cell signaling. So in this we're going to talk about the signaling dynamics and network. तो अब तक हमने जितना भी pathways पढ़े हैं, signaling cascade पढ़े हैं, so how these are like dynamically activated every time and how this network is working. क्योंकि ऐसा तो है नहीं that only one at a time whenever there is a response only one of the pathways getting activated. It's not like that because in the environment so many stimulus are there. So your cell, your body is going to respond to all this, right? जैसे आप like at the same time you're visualizing the video also, you're listening also, so it's not like only one of the pathway is actually working, so simultaneously many pathways are working and that is what is getting the network connection. Okay, in the same way we are going to study like how these signaling pathways are getting connected and how dynamically they are active in the cells. Okay, so we have so far discussed signaling in terms of the linear pathways, like single each pathway we have discussed, like mTOR ho gaya, JAK kinase pathway ho gaya, then you have got TGF-beta, not signaling, NF-kappa B, etc. So they all these linear pathways, they transmit information from the environment to the intracellular targets. Yes. So, however, the signaling within the cell is far more complicated. As I just mentioned now, it's not like only one of the signal pathway is playing a role. At a time, many other signaling cascade is going on. First, the activities of individual pathways, they are regulated by the feedback loops that control the extent and duration of the signaling activity. For example, sometimes you need that signal to keep on going on. So you will have got the positive feedback. If suppose you want to stop the signal, then you will have the negative feedback loop, right? In addition, signaling pathways do not operate in isolation. Yes. Rather, there is a frequent crosstalk between different pathways so that the intercellular signal transaction ultimately needs to be understood as an integrated network of connected pathways. Okay? So this is what just I was explaining you guys now, that it's not only the one pathway which is taking place, but multiple pathways are taking place inside the cell simultaneously. So it will something, look like this. So the network includes all the regulatory genes required for development of the embryonic cells that differentiate into skeletal cells of the sea urchin. ये भी सिर्फ एक चीज का है, like it is going to just the pathways are going to lead into the differentiation of these cells into the skeletal cells of the sea urchin, and you can see that how it is regulated, right? I mean, of course, it is not clear कौन सा कब क्या चालू हुआ है, but you can see that every pathway is being interconnected to the others, right? Now, feedback loops and the signaling dynamics. So the activity of signaling pathway is controlled by feedback loops, which are similar in principle to feedback regulation of metabolic pathways. So this is what I was saying. If suppose you don't need anything, so you can have the negative feedback or the feedback inhibition, like no more synthesis of that particular amino acid is required now. So you can stop that particular signal. A good example of negative feedback loop is the provided by the NF-kappa B pathway. So here you can see you have got the I-kappa B kinase which actually phosphorylates the I-kappa B. What will happen after the phosphorylation? I-kappa B is actually targeted for the proteasomal degradation, and hence NF-kappa B is free now and recruited by the important into the nucleus where it can have its gene expression. Okay? Now one of the genes will be activated. Now what happens is that now I don't want further activation. So what will happen then? I-kappa B will be synthesized more and it is going to inhibit the activity of the NF-kappa B. So this is like I don't need any further. So this will be a feedback inhibition of the NF-kappa B. So NF-kappa B is activated by the signals that lead to proteolysis of the inhibitor I-kappa B. That is after the phosphorylation of the I-kappa B, it is ubiquitinated and targeted for the degradation by the proteasome. Okay? And then what happens? NF-kappa will be translocated into the nucleus. But now once you don't need NF-kappa B, what will happen? It is going to give the signal that I-kappa B should be synthesized more. ठीक है. So what will happen then? The I kappa will be synthesized more in the cytosol and it will go and back bind to the NF kappa B, stopping the signal or stopping the NF kappa B signaling. Now, okay, let's read this. What is given in the reference? So one of the target genes induced by NF kappa B encodes I kappa B. ठीक है, उसी का ही अपना blocker. So it is going to signal so NF kappa B signaling is going to lead to the synthesis of the new I kappa B, which in turn is going to inhibit the continued expression of the I kappa B activity. So this regulation is critical because the extent and the duration of NF kappa B will be determining the transcriptional response of the cell. For example, some genes are induced by NF kappa B activity persisting only for 30 to 60 minutes. Whereas the induction of other genes requires several hours of sustained NF kappa B. So what does it mean? It means that at this point where it is required only for 30-60 minutes, after some time the I kappa B will be synthesized. Okay. Whereas in the other case, it won't. It will take several hours and after that only the I kappa B signal will be given so that it can be synthesized and the further NF kappa B signaling can be stopped. Okay, now talking about the other pathways. So this was all about the NF kappa B. Now talking about the ERK map kinase. So it also provides another example of the importance of the duration of signaling. So in a well-studied model of cell differentiation in response to nerve growth factor, ERK signaling can lead either to cell proliferation or to the neuronal differentiation depending on the duration of ERK activity. For example, if it is activated for 30-60 minutes, it is going to lead to the cell proliferation. But if it is going beyond that, like more than 2-3 hours, then it is going to induce the differentiation of these NGF treated cells into the neurons. So although the mechanism by which these differences in the duration of ERK activity leads to distinct biological outcomes, it remains to be understood. So guys, this is the one area where you can focus your PhD topic also. ठीक है, तो ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें जो अभी भी हमें क्लियर नहीं है, like how it is happening and also that can be your basic motto. You can take that as your PhD research target. So if you suppose want to talk about the neurons etc., you can go to NBRC. At NCL also there are some neuronal labs that have opened up, like I think 3-4 साल हो गए हैं, so you can join that lab also over there and you can study about the neurons and the ERK activity in that. So here you get, see, here itself I have given you one PhD topic for your future career. Anyways, so it is clear that quantitative consideration of signaling activity are critical to cell response. So in short, the time duration at which that particular the signal is being activated, that is going to decide the fate of that particular cell. Okay. Okay, now the networks and the crosstalk. So what does it mean by this network crosstalk? It means that how the different pathways having the same molecule activated is going to be a part of the different pathways. Like for example, NF kappa B will be involved in many of the other signaling pathways. ठीक है, तो ये बीच में कहाँ में मिल रहे हैं? आपके NF kappa B junction में मिल रहे हैं. Okay. For example, crosstalk refers to the interaction of one signaling pathway with another, which integrates the activities of different pathways within the cell. For example, there is an extensive crosstalk between the PI3 kinase, AKT, mTOR-C1 and the RAS, RAF, MEG pathways. So these two signaling pathways, they are activated downstream of tyrosine kinase receptors and they play important role in the control of cell proliferation and survival. तो आपको यहाँ पे जंक्शन कहाँ मिल रहा है? You are getting the junction at the tyrosine kinase receptor, and from there either it can go to the PI3 JAK kinase pathway or it can go to the RAS pathway. So the crosstalk between them includes both positive and negative points of regulation, which serve to coordinate their activities within the cell. Okay, so crosstalk between the ERK and PI3 kinase signaling pathway. This is the example. So guys, in future, if suppose someone is asking the example of crosstalk, you can talk about this. So the RAS and the PI3 kinase pathways are connected by both positive and negative crosstalk, including the activation of PI3 kinase by RAS and inhibition by RAF by the inhibition activation of PI3 kinase by RAS and inhibition of AKT, inhibition of RAF by the AKT, or inhibition of TAC by ERK and activation of mTOR-C1 by ERK. So you can see over here growth factor binds. So either RAS can activate PI3 kinase and PI3 can activate AKT and the further downstream molecules, or it can inhibit the activity of the RAF which in turn ERK is activated. Now this ERK can inhibit the activity of TSE. So further activation of TSE by, the activation of mTOR C1 by TSE will be inhibited. Okay? So all these you can see in the case of the crosstalk between the ERK and the PI3 kinase signaling. So the extensive crosstalk between the individual signal transaction pathways means multiple pathways interact with one another to form signaling networks within the cell. ठीक है, एक best example आपका यही हो गया, where you can talk about the PI3 kinase and the RAS pathway. A full understanding of cell signaling will therefore need to go beyond the analysis of individual pathways to the development of network models that predict the dynamic behavior of the interconnected signaling pathway that ultimately result in a biological response. So guys, this is actually a very complicated field, if you ask me, especially it comes under the category of system biology. Okay, so यहाँ पे like if you guys are interested to make your career in this, you can go ahead, because if you don't like the wet lab kind of work, like bench work है आपको पसंद नहीं है, and completely dry lab work if you like it, like especially more of bioinformatics or coding, etc., then you can go for the system biology, because there you can actually work on this, like कैसे one pathway is interacting with the another, and all this you have to do. Maybe you might need a mathematical model also to understand how the signals are actually getting activated and helping the activation or inhibition of the other cell signaling pathway. So it's actually very interesting and difficult to carry out in the lab. Okay, so that's why bioinformatics or the dry lab people are working on this. But in practice, doing in vivo such things is going to be very complicated. I have not heard about it if anyone is working on the networks of the signaling. But yeah, of course, the system biology or the dry lab work is going on. So that's all for today's. And with this, I would like to conclude that the chapter 17, your cell signaling from Cooper, is being completed. I hope you got the gist of the story, or like how exactly the cell signaling is happening inside the cell. With this, I would like to say thanks for listening to all the lectures and videos. And if any other doubts are there, guys, you're always welcome to ask the same. Thank you.